Okay, everything's looking good so far. Is the cursor bar visible? Yep, there it is. Okay, all good to go then. Hello everybody. I am Rip, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. Sorry for being a bit later than usual. I was taking a shower. I stink. But yeah, here we are in Solution 9. Oh, right, that's right. One moment. There we go. Let's continue with our tour, shall we? Look, you obviously have duties to attend to, citizens to look after. We can stop here if you like. No, I do this because I want to, so please, do not worry. Next, I'll show you one of the district's most vital facilities. It is called Resolution. To reach it, we'll need to go by way of Leno 9, where the Aetheryte is situated. The conveyor ahead will transport you to the government sector, where Resolution is located. Markings on the conveyor indicate its direction. There is a path here, just like it, on the other side. Is it safe? Extremely. There's no need to be afraid. Who said I was afraid? Come on, Velzen. A long walk. And here we are, Resolution, the operational heart of Solution 9. From Resolution, we oversee the running of the district and provide essential services to citizens, such as welfare support and job introductions. It's quicker to show than tell, so let's proceed inside. Spoken cutscenes, so I will shut up.
Strange contraptions everywhere you look. What's that?
An infusion station. It dispenses souls in exchange for credits. Through hard work, citizens can obtain the peace of mind provided by spare souls. It's the way of life for Alexandrians and has been for quite some time. But I imagine it must be difficult for outsiders to comprehend.
That's putting it lightly. To be honest, it sounds disturbing. Still, I won't dismiss it out of hand. Practices like these don't arise from nothing. There's a reason why your culture is the way it is, and I'd like to understand. Won't you tell us some of your realm's history?
With knowledge comes appreciation.
Very well. Be warned, though, that it may take a while. In the distant past, over 1,000 years ago it said, lightning energy began to swell in our world. According to ancient records that date back around 8 centuries, the rainy season spanned a quarter of the year, during which time severe thunderstorms ravaged the land. 4 centuries later, this season had lengthened to nearly half the year. The trend continued, with our ancestors spending longer and longer languishing beneath storm clouds. Crops failed and livestock starved. But amidst this growing desperation, a miraculous material was discovered that promised salvation: electrope.
The stuff that's used everywhere here.
Indeed. One day, when out inspecting a forest after lightning had caused a fire, a villager came upon a curious black ore none had seen before. Testing revealed that the ore possessed a singular property. It could store lightning and convert it to other energies. In that instant, the scourge of endless storms became a blessing. Dubbed electrope, the ore found use in myriad inventions and dramatically improved people's lives. So much so, in fact, that all nations soon became dependent upon it, despite the difficulty of obtaining it in quantity. Supply was chronically scarce, and when nations couldn't meet their needs with their own deposits, some resorted to taking electrope from others. Fighting was isolated and sporadic, until electrope came to be used in warfare. First in the weaponry of invaders, then in the countermeasures of defenders, and then in every aspect of combat where an advantage might be had. This served only to exacerbate the ore shortage, leading to further escalation. Before long, the entire world was engulfed in a terrible war known as the Storm Surge. As the war came to a head, Alexandria's neighbor, Lindblum, committed its stores of electrope to the production of a weapon of mass destruction. They deployed it on the front lines and triggered a calamity of frightful magnitude. Not even their own scientists had anticipated the force of the lightning that was unleashed. The energy inundated the entire continent, laying it to waste.
So that's how your world came to be this way.
Asians? sounds an awful lot like an umbral calamity.
You truly know a great many things that I don't. I should like to learn about you too sometime. But to continue the tale, the people of Alexandria had already lost much to the war. They lost almost everything else to the Levin. Those who survived bore deep scars, tormented by the memory of loved ones taken too soon. Though they yet lived, the cruel spectre of death was with them always. Seeking a solution, our scientists turned once more to Electrope, and after extensive research, they developed the means to preserve memory and soul. Physical death isn't the end. So long as our memories endure, we may live on.
Even if it means taking it from
This belief
others.
sustained us then, and it sustains us now, granting us comfort.
That's quite a tale.
Your Majesty, help me! I beg you, help me!
What's the matter?
I've got no souls left. Not a single one! But the lot at Soul Supply refused to give me any! Please, you must do something!
My apologies, Your Majesty. This man, he does no work. Instead, he drinks his days away on Trueview. He has only himself to blame if he has no credits for souls.
That's not true! I'm a fighter at the Arcadian. Or rather, I was. I haven't been allowed to fight because of the King's decree. It isn't my choice.
I see. You're a brave warrior of the arena. I want to help you, I sincerely do. But I cannot give you preferential treatment.
Then open up the Arcadian again, so I can fight!
I'm sorry, but that's not my decision to make. The king requires feral souls for war. He doesn't wish for them to be expended on amusements.
You're useless! A queen in naught but name!
Hey, be nice.
Insolent wretch! How dare you take that tone with Her Majesty?
It's quite all right. Such things don't bother me, nor do I think ill of this man. Hear me. Though I cannot grant you a soul, I mean it when I say I want you to live. I love all of you equally, dearly. You are as family to me, and it pains me to see you deny yourself hope. I want you to find a happiness all your own, even if you must grow it from the smallest seed of joy. Out there, somewhere, is a reason for you to smile again. We all need to vent our frustrations from time to time. I will always be willing to lend an ear.
Yes, Mum. Of course. Even without a spare soul, I suppose I'm fine as long as I stay in Solution 9. I apologize for my rudeness. Good day to you.
There we go.
Keep your chin up, my friend. And when you feel better, I'm sure you'll find another way to apply your talents. you had to see that. Let's keep moving, shall we? Right. I believe we visited all the main facilities. With that, I declare our tour concluded.
That man from before, does that sort of thing happen often?
Somewhat. It's unavoidable. Hardships are a fact of life. Our soul management system has sustained our realm for generations, but it isn't without flaws. For one, people have become accustomed to having spare souls. Without them, they feel vulnerable and anxious. Some claim it may also have contributed to a decline in births.
Just thinking out loud, but would it be possible to do away with the system?
No.
I know it isn't easy to change one's beliefs and way of life. The Mamolja had their reasons for their reliance on blessed siblings, much as you have yours for souls. But if we defeated Zorolja, you'd be able to make all the decisions, right? Then we could work together to fix things, restore your realm to where it belongs, and see where we can go from there.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you.
What is it?
Actually, never mind. It's nothing of import. Well, it was lovely showing you around.
Of course. Of course. Thanks so much for the tour. We've learned not only about your realm, but you as well. For now, our priority is Zorolja. But once we've dealt with him, perhaps I can return the favor and show you to Lihiolal.
I'd like that very much. It seems I've no choice but to continue down this path. Forgive me, Vau Wuklamat, but I must disappoint you.
What the cryptic at all? What's Fiend wanting to tell? Or what's Fiend wanting to tell us, I wonder? Well, it can wait for another time. We've been exploring for a while now, and should probably go to Kakiwa's meeting point. Let's be back the way we came. Eh? I'm led to believe I don't think there's a world for this place to go back to, aside from staying here. Being genuinely cares for her people. I can respect her for that. Thanks to her tour, I've come to better understand the lives of Alexandrians. I don't feel so strange and distant anymore. They're still strange, though. So, we're supposed to go to a place called Trueview in the eastern sector. This conveyor ought to take us there. You know, these with are actually kind of fun. Unbounding. They even have vehicles here. People racing. This is the right place, you think? Probably. Don't see the others, though. Well, rather than sitting and waiting, we might as well explore a bit more. Oh, Falcon, look over there. Mamulcha child. What are they doing here? You noticed too, right? The resemblance to Zarolja. Blue scales of Bonewa with the features of a Kubiko. This can't be a coincidence. At any rate, it wouldn't do to leave such a small child on their own. Come on, let's go after them. Little boy... Damn it, I should have called this stream Little Boy Blue. But this is true view. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. It does seem lively. That building's just about the only one that isn't lit up. No room for business at the moment, I guess. Had to stop hiding, huh? What? I didn't see you there. Listen, we don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk. Bit odd, don't you think? They run off when we approach, only to suddenly reappear. Could it be they want to take us somewhere? Is that the way of it? You want us to follow you? So it is. Alright, lead the way. Be quiet, kid. Following the small child. That is actually slightly taller than me. Is this where you wanted to bring us? A club? What is this place? You're meant to relax here. It isn't working for me. Hey, what's your name? So, you're still not inclined to talk? He'll only talk if he's completely comfortable with you. You know him? After a fashion. But never mind that. How about something to wet your whistle? Adorable as you are, it's on the house. I recommend our special, Her Majesty. I'll prepare one without liquor for the boy, too. Nah, I ain't thirsty. Thanks, but no thanks. We're supposed to meet a friend named Kakiwa. But we ran into the child on the way, and he led us here. Oh, so you're with Kakiwa. In that case, go and have a chat with the big Tassos there. He'll show you to a fun place. What? What about him? I don't think he's in the mood to talk, so he can tend the bar with me. This is taking a turn for the strange, but you don't think we're walking into a trap, do you? Damn it. This doesn't have suspicious written all over it. What is this fun place meant to be? Is Kakiwa there? Well, I suppose there's only one way to find out. It gives you teeth. This area is normally off limits, but Kakiwa's told us about you. Follow the corridor, into the room at the end. 4,000. Whatever happens, you won't catch me being surprised. Yes, I will.
Wonderful! They're here!
Ah, hey guys.
We've only just arrived ourselves.
You're gonna hang with all y'all that.
Amazing.
I bid you welcome to the back room. Oblivion's humble headquarters.
A hideout tucked behind a drinking hole. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Huh.
Our members here are mainly creators and adapters. That is, scientists and engineers who specialize in
skills to provide support to our field operatives. Geralt, Shale, be so kind as to give our friends an overview of your duties.
Hmm? Wait a minute.
Well, there's provisioning. Gotta have supplies to fight a good fight, ain't ya? Luckily, we got the tools to craft most of what we need.
Gathering intelligence is another vital aspect of our work. Everkeep's core system is a veritable treasure trove of information. You just need to know how to get in and find it. We also handle surveillance and communications, watching the enemy's movements and coordinating our own. That sort of thing.
And among all our activities, we spend a fair bit of effort investigating preservation.
Hmm?
The organization credited with laying the foundations of electrope technology. From the soul management system to Everkeep's design, they're behind just about everything you see here. It'd be no exaggeration to say they made this realm what it is. But their magnum opus was without a doubt the power which was used to join Alexandria to Tural. Interdimensional fusion.
Said power isn't unlike my summoning technique and the magic within Azam's crystal. Yet, though the effect is localized, to be able to fuse realities. Even with my knowledge, I struggle to conceive how it could be possible.
Incidentally, the founders of our group, a husband and wife, were members of preservation at one point. But they opposed the fusing of worlds, and so defected in order to prevent it.
While not entirely unexpected, given what we have seen, this is still quite the revelation.
By the by, that's an interesting earring you have there. A novel way of carrying a data storage device. Oh, you didn't know? Well, as a precautionary measure against machine infiltration, we scan everyone as they enter. And when we scanned you, we detected a small quantity of electrope. Though it's been dressed up, that earring is a storage device and no mistake. Bought it from a shop here, did you?
The USB?
No, it isn't bought, but inherited.
So these people sent you through the portal along with the earring?
Do you know aught of them?
Listen, Cryle. The husband and wife who founded our order. It's believed that they were Malala.
Does this mean that Carl's Alexandrian?
Though we have no evidence at present, we can't rule out the possibility that they were your parents, or perhaps close relations. This I posit because they were the very individuals who spearheaded the research into interdimensional fusion. As traitors to preservation, they were relentlessly pursued. If they had a child they feared they couldn't keep safe, entrusting her to the people of another world might have been their best option.
My parents, the founders of Oblivion. Tell me everything you know about them, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Anything and everything.
We don't even know their names, I'm afraid. In a bid to elude preservation's agents, we suspect they erased all trace of themselves. I'm sorry we couldn't be of more help. If you're interested, though, you're welcome to review our accumulated data.
Yes, please.
As an individual and member of my order both, I wish to learn as much as possible.
I should also like to peruse the data. Where the joining of realities is concerned, I may well be of service.
Of course. Feel free to peruse to your heart's content.
Thank you.
If you like, I can examine your earring. I have to say, the prospect that it belonged to our founders has me itching to take a look.
I dare say we have enough eyes to pore over your records. Is there any other way we might be productive?
Not right now. We're still waiting for Zoralja to make the next move.
In that case, Alice, would you mind accompanying me?
Gladly.
I've buggered it up again!
Never a moment's peace. Pay him no mind. I don't.
Oi! You two there! One of you give me a hand, would you? Don't matter who.
I just remembered I have matters to discuss with Shay.
Aaronville, you can't do this on me! Oh, God. Alright, what kind of, like... Okay, what kind of happy juice do you want? Sorry you had to see me back and spill it over. Happens when you put your heart and soul in your craft, you know. Not to be weird or nothing. A strange sense of kinship when I saw you. As if we met in another life. And as I was saying, I need someone to lend me a hand. It's like 2 nights now and I'm so weak. Right to climb. Or to though. Folks relying on me, see? I'm gonna keep at it. I need you to fetch me my favorite energy tonic. That voucher's good for 2 cans. One for yourself by way of welcome. Can't get the stuff at any old vending machine though. You talk to a bloke named Philemon. You'll find him tending a bar at the main strip. Off you go now. Energy tonic. Is it booze? But also, he's going to be an important character for the next patch in terms of artifact weapons. Probably. What are you having? Energy tonics you can't get from vending machines? I really suggest I sell such dangerous stuff. Away with you! Away with you and don't come back! Got a voucher? Flip it to me then. Got a voucher? Flip it to me then. Nice and subtle. I apparently have 2. Ah, so you collected from Janalt. Grab a can for you, eh? Kind of super soda. Here you go. Yours is formulated for beginners. Gentler than the full strength stuff. It's not contraband or anything, so you won't run afoul of the authorities. The Rodina Consortium was made aware of my special selection to be bad for business. Now, seeing as it's your first time, I want you to drink your tonic here, in case there are side effects. Okay. Jug. suitable. And that's how you do it. Falls on quick and soon, to which you'll start to see everything more clearly, and you'll finally feel a roaring surge of energy. People say it's like growing a pair of rainbow wings. You haven't, well, you haven't up in carpet, so hurry along and give Jinwell his time. He tends to leave it at the last moment, and I suspect he's about to keel over. Oh. For a brief moment, I was Super Saiyan Rainbow. No, wait. Super Saiyan Yankat. You got tonic? Give me your quick. Here. Oh, that's the stuff. I'm likely to blow the cobwebs right out with a great big kaboom. Oh, I can suck a barrel in me, it does. As far as me, it's a remorseless beast. It won't stop till it's done what it was born to do. And sorry for sitting here off in an air room like that. You just can't concentrate without big tonic, you know. All the work only ever gets bigger. Speaking of which, I better get back to it. These weapons and tools ain't gonna enhance themselves. Okay. I got the Maniac's juice.
I've been meaning to ask about that Mamulja child. Could he be...
Yes. In all likelihood, he's Zoralja's son.
So you think so too? But what is he doing here?
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the Drift Downs a few years ago.
To think he'd cast aside his child.
We can't say for certain who he was born to, or why he was on his own. But he's a blue-scaled Hubigo, and Zoralja is the only other one around. That being the case, everyone assumes they're father and son. Even the boy has put two and two together. This all happened when he was very little, so he has no recollection of his parents. It breaks my heart to think of it.
What's his name?
Gulja. It was my hope that he'd grow up to be a man of principle, like his grandfather.
It's a fine name.
I should mention that the boy is a little unusual. At first, I intended to raise him as my own, but just when I thought he was warming to me, he suddenly disappeared. We searched high and low for several days, and where should he turn up? But in the wilds near Everkeep.
What? It's a miracle he didn't fall prey to fiends.
See? That's another unusual thing. Creatures don't seem to attack him. He could pick his way through the Thunder Yards as if he were on a stroll. On making inquiries, we learned that he had been living alone and receiving food from the people of the outskirts. This became something of a pattern. We track him down and bring him back, only for him to disappear again within a matter of days. He would return to the wilds without fail, and once again rely on the kindness of strangers to survive. Finally, I took the hint and left him be, giving him the solitude he prefers, and lending a hand only when he explicitly asks.
Gululja is Zorolja's child, that makes him my nephew. Assuming he's willing, I'd be glad to take him in like Papa did for me. But seeing as I'm here to kill his father, I don't know if it would be right.
Who was that?
Oh dear. It's Gululja.
Don't tell me he heard everything.
Ah, this is my fault. I asked that he be kept away, but I should have taken more precautions.
I'm going after him. I need to explain.
Wait, Lamachi. I understand your haste, but it'd be best to coordinate a search. Kapkiwa, do you have any idea where he might go?
There's no telling, I'm afraid. He could as easily be outside the tower as here in Solution 9.
If those who can fight would search below, my mother and I will scour the district.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get to it.
Gululja is outside the tower. We need to find him as quickly as possible. Even if he's used to getting around on his own, Wilds is still no place for a child. Wait. While and Raha continue reviewing the data, the three of us should devote ourselves to the search. Alright, let's head to the base of the tower and take it from there. Well, here we are outside, but where do we even begin? If someone has caught sight of Gululja, let's make inquiries nearby. Good idea. Could you handle the outskirts, Alize? Malzin and I will head beyond that big wall. No, come on. Appear to be in the area. However, you catch sight of a group of people a short distance to the southwest. It's one of those people too, yes? Perhaps they've seen something. Come on. Looks like some sort of salvage yard. Well, let's ask after Gululja. Gululja isn't here. You know the boy? Have you seen him? Oh. Oh, her forgive me. I didn't know you were... No offense taken. My name is Tapu. My eyes may be useless, but my ears are sharper for it. I can recognize people by their footfalls, including Gululja. We didn't come this way. Where could he be? I do not know your voices. Who are you to Gululja? Why do you search for him? I'm family, though we're not related by blood. His father is my brother. I've only just met Gululja. We haven't had the chance to talk properly. I want to do something that will make him hate me. I wanted the chance to explain. His father is your brother. That means you're... Yes, I am Wuklamat, vow of resolve to Tuliola. And I've journeyed here to bring my brother Zorolja to account for murdering our people and our father. When all said and done, Gululja may want nothing to do with me. Nonetheless, I'll always consider him family. I'll always be there for him, and I want him to know that. Tears you apart to do what you must. The quiver in your voice tells the tale. Gululja was headed south. There he has a place that is as close as a home as he knows. Find and bear your heart to him. Should he, in turn, bear his heart to you, accept and respect his wishes. As Queen Sphinx respected ours when she granted us a place in her realm. I will. Don't worry. But, what do you mean when you say Sphinx respected your wishes? Out of concern for our well-being, Majesty has urged us to reside inside Everkeep. When we declined, not only did she gracefully accept our decision, but gave us the necessary supplies to make our home here. Since then, she has paid us regular visits to see how we fare. That sounds like a scene, alright. Well, thanks for telling me about Gululja. I'll find him and then we'll have a good talk. We continue south, it seems. Let's keep our eyes peeled as we make our way. I don't know why, but I just thought she was mute. No, she's just blind. Round town. Going Drowntown. And half of it is submerged. The architecture looks nothing like we've seen so far. It's more Charlian. A little bit. Among the ruins. Caught a glimpse, but there's no mistaking that tiny silhouette. Let's hurry after him. It'll be a disaster if a building collapses while he's inside. Okay, it may have been a bit since I've been to Charlian, but Charlian reminds me more of Greek. This looks, I'd say it looks more, it sort of reminds me of Britannia a bit more. We saw him for a moment before he disappeared behind a building, but I'm pretty sure Gululja was headed further south. Contact Alize on Link Pearl and let her know to join us. The area, but canals and the debris. make it harder to get a good view. Let's split up and search. You can head into the canals, I'll make my way through the streets. When we find Gululja, walk from a distance until it gets to its destination. We won't want to startle him and cause an accident. We have robots. Let's see, we're about to do some sneaking. Quietly without being noticed. Going for it. Ooh, bit of a close one there. Aha! Made it.
He's come a long way on such short legs. It's a relief he didn't get hurt.
What's here, I wonder? So he's looking after those little ones.
Gululja.
Not another step!
What? A sentry?
Run, Gululja, run!
You know the boy. Who are you? And what do you want?
Why do you sound like O'Malley from Red vs. Blue?
My name is Wuklamat, and I've come to talk to Gululja.
Is that so?
I'm sorry if I scared you. I want to get to know you better. That's all.
And you, my boy, do you wish to speak with them?
I heard them talking. She said she's going to kill my father.
Villains! I will deal with them forthwith!
Oh boy.
But... I want to get to know her too.
Plot convenient.
I see. If that is your desire, then I shall stand aside.
All right then. Let's talk, you and I. Lots. But, who's the ancient-looking and articulate machine?
Like a Mamulja.
If I look ancient, it is because I am. This has been my vessel for no less than 380 years.
Vessel?
Otis is my friend. When I was hungry and sad, he came and looked after me. He cooks for me and teaches me all kinds of things. Like how to read and write and not be noticed by dangerous creatures.
This machine cooks for you?
And teaches you about fiends. What is he exactly?
Ah! How remiss of me. I had neglected to introduce myself. Sir Otis Valona, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria. At your service.
You're Captain of the Knights?
You seem different from other machines. What's your story?
And there I thought it was Gululja with whom you wish to speak. Not that I'm averse to taking a walk down memory lane. But ere I regale you, we must take our repast.
A meal. Here. I hate to turn down food, but I'd prefer to have this conversation in the back room.
Please, I'm really hungry.
All right, all right. A repast it is.
She's going to spoil her nephew silly. I'll send word to Erenville so the others can stop worrying.
Now, if I might prevail upon your assistance, I shall whip up my most delectable specialty.
Your food I'm eating right now. Alright. So, my new friends, I would enlist your aid in procuring the ingredients for our repair. After all, the most enjoyable meals are those we make together. We're happy to pitch in, of course. What ingredients did you have in mind? First of all, some yam and pumpkin. People at the outskirts should be willing to share their harvest. If you and Kululja could go speak to them. Sure. Ask for the cast-offs too, as usual. 4,000 an ounce, eh? I would be obliged if we could procure some wolfback meat. You know our names already. Creatures can be found grazing on the slopes outside of town. Beef is less readily available. Their flesh makes for good substitutes. For the younger ones especially. It is more tender and less scabby. Sir, it done. We'll be back with the meat before you know it. Thank you kindly. In the meantime, I shall see to other preparations. This? Am I to understand that you have already procured the meats? Here. Good heavens, you have... You have! And such a choice cut it is, besides! It's plain you know how to handle yourself in battle. 400 years ago, I would have recruited you to the Royal Knights. But Elide brings her portion. We shall have a glorious bounty to satisfy growing younglings like yourselves. Indeed, I expect there will be ample leftovers to share with the good folks of the Drift Downs. I always appreciate a warm meal. Now, seeing as you have completed your task so quickly, I have another request to make of you. You've exhausted our supplies of kindling electro, and I should be grateful if you could search the houses yonder for more. In the Old Kingdom, electro rations were issued to each citizen. Though small, fragments may still be found here and there. If you can obtain 5 pieces, say at least one ought to be what we require. That is the kind that converts lightning to fire. Ulja can identify them by their circuitry. So pray, take them to him. The boy has become quite adept at discerning electric pipes. In a very short time, I might add. Now, off you go, and happy foraging. Rest in peace, Pinky-Toe. You shall be avenged! Nope, I'm flying away. battle is unavoidable here. There it is. Oh, it was right here. Huh. Music's dead quiet. Oh, there we go. Otis says you have Electro for me? Wow, you had a lot. Let's see, this one is wind, this one's for water. You can tell just like that. I'm impressed. Clever, isn't he? I bet he gets it from his father. Ah, this is it. This converts to fire. It's a lots of lightning. We should be able to be able to kindle a flame easily. Thank you, Valden. Thanks to your kind assistance, we have everything we need for our cause. You've done your part, and now I shall do mine. I bid you relax. The meal will soon be served. The meal will soon be served. Damn it. I thought this would be a more exciting cutscene. One moment. Never tell which is which with these. This is the kind of thing families do, Galilja. We have meals together and talk about what's on our minds. So you ate with your father? Yes, with them and my brothers. It was mostly the head of Resolve and I doing the talking, though. Ona and the head of Reason occasionally joined in, and Zerolja spoke when he was spoken to. You said you have two papas? Does this mean that one is yours and the other is my father's? No, both are our father. He's what people call blessed siblings. A Mamolja with two heads. Zerolja is his true-born child, while Kaon and I were adopted, and don't share the same blood. But that doesn't make us any less family. What matters is that our hearts are connected. Head of Resolve taught me that. Family. You have someone like that too? A person you think is family even though you don't share the same blood? That's a good question. What about you? I do. They're very dear to me. To meet them one day. You're meeting one of them right now. So, Galulja, I'm hoping that we could be family. You and I. Can you tell me about yourself? You really want to know about me? I do. I want to know all about you. Things you love, things you hate, anything and everything. know all about you too. Nephew like aunt. That reminds me. I'm going to hear your story too, Otis. As you wish, be forewarned that mine is a tale that will be long in recounting. It was before lightning had altered the world that I was appointed Lord Captain of the Royal Knight. We're talking hundreds of years prior to the calamity, right? Indeed. Earlier still, when I assumed its mechanical form 454 years ago, to be precise. Wait. Oh, you were... Oh, then you must be like 1,000 years old or something. And you used to be a normal person. Oh yes, I was once flesh and blood like you. Served, and I proudly served as a Knight of Alexandria. Rather than a machine that behaves like a person, you are an actual person. How's it possible? It is only natural that you are confused. Hear my tale to the end, and all shall become clear. Go ahead. Foremost duty of the Royal Knights was the protection of the royal family. My time, it was their Majesties, the King and Queen, and their only child, Her Highness the Princess. Then, the nation of our star was embroiled in some manner of conflict over Electra. That was our kingdom drawn into war with its neighbor. That war was the catalyst for the great calamity that altered the environment. Countless countrymen lost their lives amidst the chaos, the King and Queen among them. For a blessing, we were able to protect the princess, who rose to the occasion and brought hope to our people in those trying times. So kind-hearted was our young queen that, at her behest, we even took in refugees from the enemy nation. But sadly, her reign was cut short. Many others, her body had been ravaged by lightning. One day, she collapsed, passed away. How tragic. Aye, nary was there a citizen whose eyes remained dry, Many a moon was spent constructing a great tomb worthy of her memory. Yet I clung to hope still. For while Her Majesty was on her deathbed, the kingdom's finest scientist had successfully extracted her soul. Mm-hmm. Did you hear that right? Extracted her soul. Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we may live on. This age-old belief has always comforted our people, but as casualties mounted in the wake of the calamity, we sought to make it into reality through the power of Electra. In time, we succeeded in developing the means to preserve the soul, and it was used to spare the Queen eternal death. As it wasn't enough to simply prevent the soul's departure, for the ultimate goal was to recreate a person as they were in life. This required that their memories be further extracted from their soul. It took many more years of research to make this possible, at which time I had become a gray old man. With my days numbered, I did not hesitate to volunteer myself as a test subject for the procedure. So it was that I attained this vessel. My successful rebirth, I paved the way for those who are recreated from the memories of the departed. The endless, they are called. If your tale is true, the queen that your people brought back to life, it wouldn't be Sphene, would it? Oh, so you know Her Majesty as well? The description of her boundless kindness must have paled in comparison to what you no doubt felt in her presence. I haven't met her myself, I confess, not since assuming my current form. I want to frighten the living daylight out of her. So you're sort of mechanically immortal, basically. The Endless. So all this time, Sphene wasn't alive? She lives, yet she does not. It is admittedly a difficult distinction to make. Having inherited the memories of a departed soul, Endless feels, thinks, and acts precisely as that person would. In that sense, I believe they are alive. The Alexandrians know about this, right? Not have gone unnoticed that Sphene is perpetually youthful. No one really knows about the Endless. People who wear regulators don't even think about death. Everyone sees that the Queen doesn't change, but they just accept it. It's just who she is. Are there Endless apart from yourselves? Well, there should be as many Endless as those who have died. I believe they are limited in where they can exist. Queen Sphene is unique in her ability to appear before you. Speaking, I myself am not an Endless. I was created using memories extracted from a soul, but my entire soul was placed inside a machine. Inside a machine makes you different. How? Well, I do not understand the finer point. My life is bound to this vessel. If it breaks down, it would be over for me. Much like a being of flesh and blood. Hardly an endless, unchanging life, I'm sure you'll agree. This unchanging life? Not but being reminded of the air. Did Takiwa and the others know about all this? Given their extensive intelligence gathering, I'd be surprised if they didn't. For now, let's share what we've learned with Trial and Raha. Can't help but have misgivings about this.
Nahe, is that you?
Good gods, Ellen Nespia! It's been too long, my friend. Where have you been all these years? What have you been doing with yourself? Hold on. They say Queen Sphene has guests from outside the barrier. That's you, I gather?
It seems so. I'm looking for my mother. Do you know where she is?
Your mother? Sorry, but what was she like again?
What? It's Kafkiwa. You know, the one who was too adventurous by half? Who journeyed with the Dawn Servant?
It's not ringing any bells.
You can't be serious. Ours was a tiny little village. Surely you remember her.
I really don't. It's all a blank.
Is anyone else here from the village?
Hey!
Huh? Elenespia?
I'm looking for Kafkiwa. Where is she?
What's this all of a sudden? Who's Kafkiwa?
This cannot be. memories of the departed are taken away. No.
Meshmir, where are you? The others will be here soon, so hurry back, won't you? Do you hear me? Say something, would you?
The plot thickens. The mood, if it's had subdued at the end, thoroughly enjoyed a repast with her. He did too, Otis. To hear about the Endless was something of a shock, but we likewise enjoyed your company. But well, I'm glad that you and I could talk, Gulucha. We're going to get along great, I just know it. You think so? I'm happy for you, my boy. Now then, I presume you'll be returning to Epic. Maybe to accompany you at least part of the way. About Speed. It doesn't matter to me if she's an Endless, whether she's alive like you and me or not. I've seen enough to know that she has a good heart. What worries me is the burden she bears. I still don't know what it is. I expect there are things she can't tell us, not with Zeraldo watching. But at the very least, I'd like to know what the Endless are to her. I didn't mean to delay us. I just felt the urge to share my thoughts with you. Oh, on the way back, let's make a quick stop at the Drift Towns. I want to tell Tapu how it went. You have returned. Were you able to find Galilja? We were, thanks to you. All's well with the boy. I'm relieved to hear that. And to know that he has family who worries for him. Galilja, too, must be glad. I hope so. I'll try not to rush or force anything, though. It's for him to decide what I am to him. My, what a pleasant surprise it is to meet you in these parts. Steen, what are you doing here? Visiting my people. Are you doing the same, perchance? I suppose we are, yes. Listen, there's something we'd like to talk to about. Can we have a word in private? We know who you are. So you know about the Endless. We may not discuss it openly. My people will have surely noticed I haven't changed for hundreds of years. I've made no attempt to conceal my nature. I may ask though, who was it that told you about the Endless? Only a few should be familiar with the concept. I'm afraid I can't say. I bear no ill will towards this mystery individual, lest that be your concern. I'm merely curious. Tell me, Steen, you care for your people too, that much is plain. I assume you care for the Endless too. Earlier in Everkeep, there was something you wanted to tell us. Was it to do with them? endless are as dear to me as my living citizen. They are as much my family. But they can only be sustained by meeting certain deafening requirements. Thus far, we've managed to do so. But should more people die, I fear we would be pushed beyond our limit. Their preservation demands vast amounts of energy. Energy? I don't understand the workings of it all. But is there something we can do to help? Then... would you be willing to become Alexandrian citizens? What? I have my nation, my people to protect. Not just become Alexandrian. Indeed. I suppose you cannot. First, won't you tell us to make... First you tell us to make peace, then you tell us to go home. What exactly is it that you want? Same as you, of course. Protect my people. Is there something that only Zoralja can do? That I cannot say. I do not ask that you understand or like me. I wish... we had been born on the same side of it. Hey, what do you mean by that? Wait, Seems war is unavoidable no matter who's in charge. Well, I think we kept everyone waiting long enough. Continue on to Everkeep. And let's not tell Otis about our conversation with Fiend. I don't want to risk causing him pain. They're bound to cross paths eventually. I know how this goes.
Why don't you come with us? You might get to see Sphene.
Tis a magnanimous and much appreciated offer, but I must decline. A part of me longs for an audience with Her Majesty, it is true. Yet, though it be in my previous life, I failed to protect my queen. I couldn't bear to show my face before her. And such an uncomely one besides.
All right. If that's how you feel, we won't force you. But rest assured, we'll visit with Kululja, and we hope you'll cook for us again.
It would be my pleasure. You are welcome to bring other comrades should you so desire. The more the merrier.
I've been looking all over for you.
Nostalgia, was it? What's the matter?
It's Zoralja. He marches to Vanguard.
So he's done waiting. But why weren't we alerted sooner?
Our transmissions are being jammed. The lookouts couldn't get through to us. Wayakoi is at Vanguard too, but I can't reach her. What are we to do?
Stay calm. Kafkiwa has yet to be alerted, yes? Take her to the back room as fast as you can.
Our link pearls may still work. I'll try contacting those in Tuliolo.
Otis, I need you to keep Guloja safe.
You needn't ask.
I want to go with you.
Absolutely not. A battle's no place for you.
Gululja, the people of the outskirts must be evacuated. For this crucial task, I require your assistance. Remember, when battle is at hand, anything can happen. Caution is as valuable as any blade.
Yes, sir.
I managed to get hold of Alphano. He'll inform Kona.
Good. How's the situation in Tulichola?
There's nothing to worry about, or so my brother assured me. With such short notice, though, I doubt they'll be fully prepared.
I don't know.
They'll be ready, I'm sure of it. The vow of reason is not to be underestimated.
Not to mention of the two of you, Alphanos the strategist.
I'm coming, Sorolja. And we will finish this once and for all.
Like Alphanos the reason to Alize's resolve. Maybe that's why Alize gets along so well with Lamont. The moment of truth. We have to hold Sorolja here. I know exactly how to do that. Oh boy, here we go. Before we get going, I have a request to make of you. When we confront Sorolja, you must let me face him alone. What? No, that's far too dangerous. Put you at such risk if we don't have to. We have two priorities. First is to hold Sorolja within the dome and protect Tuliolo. The second is to free Wayakwe if she's been captured. To make sure we succeed, we need to play the worthy foe for Sorolja. If I command him with help, we'll likely lose interest and proceed to attack with his attack on the city. That's why it needs to be a duel. Even if Tuliolo is better prepared this time, it's true that it would be best to avoid another battle. Failing that, we might at least weaken Sorolja. Rest assured, I'm not going into this without a strategy. Our time in the Dome has given us valuable insights into Alexandrian culture. We use the regulators for one, the secret to Sorolja's strength. If you mean to... That's right. If I destroy his regulator, he'll be unable to draw upon souls. We'll see how much he wants to duel after that. So, will you leave Sorolja to me? We believe in you, Lamati. Thank you, Bowsen. We'll see what we can do for the hostage, then. It's true that this is your fight, and how you choose to handle it is your decision. We see you struggling, or Sorolja attempts to call on his minions, we will go to your aid. Fair enough. Knowing you'll be there, I can give it my all. Together with Kona, keep Tuliolo safe. Let's go.
Sorolja!
disappoint me, Uklamat. We are foes, yet you had my admiration for defeating Father and claiming the throne. But instead of coming for me, you gallivant with the resistance. Do I intimidate you?
I am here, brother. I did not run, nor hide. I have come to kill you. Let her go. Your quarrel is with me.
And will you settle it one-on-one, or call upon all and sundry yet again? Not that it would make any difference.
No. Like Papa did, I'll face you alone.
Really? You believe you stand a chance? Have you forgotten how it ended with Father?
I remember you couldn't win without relying on other people's souls. Alone, I may be weak, but so are you.
So be it. Do not regret your decision. Release her.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I thought I was done for.
You don't!
Yep, I knew that was about to happen.
Had you let her die, you could have dealt me a telling blow. Your compassion will be the end of you.
I'm not letting anyone else die. And you will never surpass Papa.
But I have. With these very hands, I slew him.
His body may be gone, but his spirit lives on, in us.
The Yokui's delusion is catching, I see.
It's no delusion. Papa's love for Tulihiola gives me strength even now. Come, let's get this over with. For my people and Sphinx.
How gullible you are! All of this is Fiend's doing. Her objective is to harvest all life outside the barrier. Our interests happen to align, hence our alliance.
Liar! Sphinx would never do that!
The King of Resolve speaks the truth.
How did she...
The attack on Taral was no less my desire than Zeralja's.
You said you wanted none of this. It was a farce from the very start.
Yes, I used you.
So it was all just a lie then? What you said about loving your people as family? About wanting to see them smile?
I do this for them. For what it's worth, I'm sorry I deceived you. But I had no choice. If I'm to save my people, I must take the lives of yours.
Behold, Wuklamat, the benevolent Queen's Fiend. An illusion that orchestrated a massacre.
Endless, or machine, or whatever you are now, you bear the memories of the person you once were. You should still have a heart. When you speak of slaughtering my people, do you feel nothing?
Nothing is dearer to me than my people. It matters not whether they are living or endless. As queen, I will do anything to protect them. If it were you, could you have found another way? With your strength, could you have held fast to that which is dear without sacrifice?
What exactly do you seek to do? What are you protecting your people from?
You waste your words. There is no turning back. Is this the strength that the love of Tuliyola lends you? A weak ruler walks a path of ruin. Tell me, which of us is worthy of their throne?
I already know. It will never be you! As long as you think only of yourself, you'll never be worthy. You'll never surpass Father or me! You can't rely on souls anymore. It's over.
Don't think you've won yet. Oh no, far from it. Give the order to the fleet. Raise Tuliyola to the ground and harvest every last soul! It is over. For Tuliyola, your works, your people, all will be ash before the day is done.
Don't tell me you've forgotten. I'm not the only Dawn servant.
They're coming!
Reach for the sky.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you're enjoying yourself.
I'm Head Sorrow. Nothing gets a hunter's blood pumping like a little danger.
Well now, it seems we have that in common. I haven't felt this alive in a good while.
Don't stand a chance.
That's the spirit. We promised Falcona we deliver him a mountain of scrap, and I'm not about to let these hollow men make a liar out of me.
Hey kid, the ones below are yours.
You got it. Wait, what do you mean below? Don't see that every day.
Hardly sporting, and this despite our best efforts to thin the enemy ranks. While it's not quite what we had planned, I'm glad we chose to remain in Tural.
Hey, thank for the Oriange.
As am I. 'Twas an unexpected but welcome opportunity to join in the defense of this realm. And to his credit, Kona did ask very nicely. Still, it's a pity his brother had to delay our pleasure jaunt. But business always comes first.
That's in the main city then. Let's see what Kona and Elf know about.
Damn it! Come no closer, you bastards!
Then there's this beast.
That was a near thing. Are you all right? You
Save your life. Yes, I know. Don't squander it.
I never thought you of all people would come to my rescue. Pakul Chacha. Thank you. Still rings odd in my ears. The thank yous. But I could get used to it.
their infantry. What of that monstrosity and its escort? If they start bombarding us with cannon fire, we'll have no means of fighting back.
Worry not. We have a countermeasure.
Motherfucking Retra!
Bleeding dragon!
And walk the queen.
What in the Navigator's name is it doing here?
Tuliyollal has entered into an alliance with Radzat Khan. A wise and timely decision on Valkona's part.
More dragons. As Diana.
Tuliyollal shall never forget this debt.
We will hold out, Lamachi. So keep your eyes forward and do what only you can do. Finish this and return home safe and sound.
Report from the fleet. The enemy has offered unexpected resistance. We've been forced to withdraw.
Useless. All of you.
Stop!
Your Majesty.
Enough of this! Enough! You swore you wouldn't harm my people!
Out of my way.
He doesn't seem to care.
Have you gone mad?
When the army fails in its duty, it is the charge of the King of Resolve to clean up its mess. To achieve victory by any means necessary. Zoralja to Everkeep. Initiate Court Blood. Execute all civilians and commandeer their souls.
No!
Damn you!
Stop! Please, Father, stop!
Galulcha! I told you not to come!
Galulcha.
You must flee, Kurulja! It isn't safe!
I'm not going anywhere! I have to stop my father!
With what?
I am not your father.
Let him go!
Using that child as a shield. Have you no shame?
Release him at once, or you shall answer to me!
Pitiful relic. Kneel before your king.
Otis? What's wrong?
Find me at the top of Everkeep. There, we will determine who is fit to rule.
I must protect them.
We must hurry back to Everkeep. The Ralja thinks nothing of his lives. He will kill his own people. Chances are we'll have to face a good part of his army, with Otis among them. Let's take all cap. And I think this is a good part as any to call the stream, actually. Thank you all for tuning in, those who decided to drop on by. I hope to do this again next week. And I'm also looking forward to the next patch that's coming soon. And for any more updates on this sort of thing, you can follow me on Blue Sky at Rippington. And yeah, for now and as always, until next time, folks. See you later!